सो गुड मॉर्निंग गाइस। सो हमने जो जोग्राफी का एनसीईआरटी का जो हम सेशन का देख रहे हैं उसमें हमने ऑलरेडी वी हैव कंप्लीटेड द चैप्टर 4 और नाउ टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू कंप्लीट द चैप्टर 5 दैट इज़ द नेचुरल वेजिटेशन एंड द वाइल्ड लाइफ। इन दिस चैप्टर वी विल स्टडी अबाउट द natural vegetation, the natural vegetation types in India. सो फर्स्ट हम समझते हैं कि नेचुरल वेजिटेशन मीन्स होता है क्या है। अगर हम बात करें द नेचुरल वेजिटेशन, सो अगर हम बात करें द वेजिटेशन वर्सेस नेचुरल वेजिटेशन, सो एज वी नो दैट द वेजिटेशन जो होता है, वेजिटेशन इट मीन्स द फ्लोरा आर द प्लांट and that included the forest plus grassland, plus shrubs, that is the vegetation. फिर अगर हम बात करें द नेचुरल वेजिटेशन इट मीन्स जो हमारा अगर किसी एक ऐसे रीजन पे जहाँ पे ट्रीज़ का ग्रो होता है, ट्रीज़ ग्रो होती है बट विदाउट द इंटरवेंशन एंड द एड ऑफ द ह्यूमन बींग्स। सो मतलब अगर कोई बात करें, अगर मतलब कोई प्लांट ग्रो कर रहा है किसी रीजन में, द प्लांट ग्रो इन एनी रीजन without human aid and it left undisturbed by the human being, so that is the natural vegetation. It means without the human aid and the without human intervention की वजह से अगर कोई ट्री किसी रीजन में ग्रो हो रही है, सो दैट इज़ द नेचुरल वेजिटेशन। बट यहाँ पे अगर हम बात करें जो कल्टीवेशन, अगर द क्रॉप हम करते हैं लाइक दैट क्रॉप कल्टीवेशन हम करते हैं, क्रॉप कल्टीवेशन हम करते हैं एंड देन ऑर्चर्ड्स अगर हम करते हैं, सो डू दे कम अंडर द नेचुरल वेजिटेशन? नो। वाई? बिकॉज here in the crop cultivation the human intervention it's constantly लाइक दैट अगर हम कोई क्रॉप ग्रो करते हैं तो ह्यूमन का एड हमें चाहिए, ह्यूमन की इंटरवेंशन चाहिए उसके मतलब वीडिंग वगैरह के लिए। सो दैट्स वाई हियर द ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन दैट इज़ प्रेजेंट। सो दैट्स लाइक द इट्स बिकॉज दैट ह्यूमन क्रॉप कल्टिवेशन एंड द ऑर्चर्ड्स दे डू नॉट कम अंडर द नेचुरल वेजिटेशन, वेयर आर सम ऑफ द प्लांट्स which are grow in any region without the human aid and that it left undisturbed by the human being, that is called the natural vegetation, whereas the vegetation that it includes the forest, grassland and shrubs. So this is the natural vegetation and the vegetation. And the another word which mentioned that what does mean of the flora and fauna. The flora it means plant, whereas the fauna it means animal. And the third word that is the indigenous versus exotic plant. Indigenous versus exotic plant. अगर हम इंडिजीनियस प्लांट की बात करें, मतलब कि कोई भी प्लांट जो किसी एक रीजन या फिर एक कंट्री एसोसिएटेड हो, मतलब इट इज़ लोकली नेचर हो, मतलब ग्रो इन रीजन वेयर कोई न्यू क्रॉप की एंट्री होती किसी एक नए रीजन में एंड इट इज़ फ्रॉम आउटसाइड ऑफ दैट रीजन, दैट इज़ द एक्जोटिक प्लांट लाइक दैट यूकेलिप्टस अगर हम बात करें, यूकेलिप्टस इट इज़ द नेटिव टू द ऑस्ट्रेलिया, बट इसकी जो एंट्री हुई इंडिया में, बट इट एंटर्ड इन इंडिया, इट इज़ द एक्जोटिक प्लांट। एंड इंडिजीनियस प्लांट जो होती है वो किसी एक रीजन या फिर किसी कंट्री का स्पेसिफिक प्लांट होता है. So here this is given that India is one of the 12 mega biodiversity countries of the world. So here that the natural vegetation, it refers to a plant community which has grown naturally without human aid and has been left undisturbed by the humans for a long time and termed as the virgin vegetation. Whereas whereas the cultivated crops and the fruits and orchard form part of vegetation, but they are not the natural vegetation, because in the क्रॉप कल्टीवेशन में एंड द फ्रूट्स ऑर्चर्ड्स में जो ह्यूमन एड की नीड होती है, दैट्स वाई इट दे डू नॉट कम अंडर द natural vegetation. So the virgin vegetation, that is the endemic or the indigenous versus the exotic, we have already seen. It means that entry of any plants from a region to a local region, that is the exotic plant, and the flora and the fauna. So if we'll go through the type of vegetation, type of द वेजिटेशन का अगर हम बात करें तो इंडिया में जो प्लांट्स होते हैं वो 5 टाइप्स में डिवाइडेड है. जो वेजिटेशन है 5 टाइप्स में डिवाइडेड है. द फर्स्ट इज़ द tropical evergreen forest, and the second is the tropical deciduous forest, third is the tropical thorn forest and shrubs, and fourth is the mountain forest, and the fifth is the mangrove forest. So let's see the one by one. So if I'll say that the ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट, अगर हम ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट की बात करें, ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट की अगर हम बात करें, यहाँ पे इट नेम इट सजेस्ट दैट एवरग्रीन. एवरग्रीन इट मीन्स इट ऑलवेज और इट रिमेन ऑलवेज एज ए ग्रीन. इट इज़ द ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट. सो अगर हम बात करें, मतलब these crop they grow, मतलब these forest they grow where the rainfall, these crop grow where the rainfall is more than 200 centimeter. If an any area where that जो रेनफॉल होते हैं, इट इज़ ग्रो, जो रेनफॉल होता है, द रेनफॉल इट अकर्स एट मोर देन 200 सेंटीमीटर, एंड यहाँ पे जो टेम्परेचर होता है इट इज़ रफली अराउंड द 25 to 30 डिग्री सेल्सियस. और द ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन इट इज़ ग्रो नियर द इक्वेटर. सो अगर हम इंडिया की बात करें, जो इंडिया का जो रीजन है, अगर हम मैप ड्रॉ करते हैं इंडिया का, सो दिस इज़ द इंडियाज मैप. अगर हम ड्रॉ करते हैं इंडिया का मैप को, सो दिस इज़ द मैप ऑफ द इंडिया. और अगर इंडिया के इसके हम रीजन की हम बात करें, रीजन एसोसिएटेड की, सो जो रीजन कहाँ पे है, so these crop grow where the rainfall is more than 200 centimeter. It means in the western Ghat region, in the western Ghat region, this is the western Ghat region, this is the western Ghat region, and in this region the rainfall is more than 200 centimeter. Why? Because of the southwest monsoon region, and even some part of the eastern part. So in this region, here the rainfall is more than 200 centimeter. Even some part of the, here it is the this region is also, so I can say that this is the in the Western Ghat region, and even some part of the east of the Tamil Nadu, some part of the northeastern state. Here the rainfall is more than 200 centimeter over a year, and these regions they also experience the temperature it's around 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, and these are the present near the equator. So these regions they experience the so in this region the forest that grow, that is the tropical evergreen forest. अगर हम इसके बात करें फ्लोरा की अगर हम बात करें तो फ्लोरा लाइक दैट इबोनी, mahogany and ebony वगैरह, mahogany वगैरह, rosewood and rubber etc, and these are the trees that grow here. So this is all about the tropical evergreen forest. So here these are the, if you see the, so that these forests are restricted to the heavy rainfall areas of the Western Ghat and island of the Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar, upper part of the Assam, Tamil Nadu, and here the rainfall is more than 200 degrees Celsius, and the trees they grow up to the 60-meter or even through, and here the vegetation of all kinds like the trees, shrubs, and no definite type for trees to, मतलब it means the tree they always remain in the green. Ebony, mahogany, rosewood, rubber, cinchona. So if I'll say that, so यहाँ पे जो ट्रीज होती हैं, अगर यहाँ पर हम बात करें ट्रीज की, जो ट्रीज होते हैं they are in the hierarchical in nature. It means that यहाँ पे जो ट्रीज हैं हायरार्किकल इन नेचर होते हैं. इट मीन्स दैट जो मतलब कि जो ट्रीज की हाइट होती है वो अराउंड 60 to 70 मीटर तक होती है. और below these trees there are some other like the shrubs are also present. It means here the जो ट्रीज की हाइट होती है, ट्रीज हाइट it up to the 70 meter, and below the trees the shrubs are also present. And here जो shrubs होते हैं they are near the flat plane, and here the जो sunlight होती है, the sunlight it does not reach to surface. Why? Because जो इनकी canopy density होती है, because of the high canopy density, the sunlight is not able to reach to the surface. That's why in the surface level पे always dark होता है. So suppose this is the one is the higher trees, and below the some of the these are the secondary higher trees, and here and this is the, so and the sun का जो light का penetration होता है, sunlight penetration it was not able to, the sun का penetration not able to reach to the surface, and here the shrubs they are the grown, and they are as the remain with the present of the higher trees. So this is all about the tropical evergreen forests. And as these forests are found where the rainfall is more than 200 centimeter and the temperature is roughly around 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, and these forests experience the higher rainfall and they present near the equator, and the trees of these regions like that ebony, mahogany, rosewood and the rubber cinchona, and they are present in the part of the India's like the Western Ghat, Lakshadweep, Lakshadweep Island, Andaman Nicobar Island, and upper part of the Assam and the some region of the eastern of the Tamil Nadu. And here the जो trees होते हैं these are located in the hierarchical nature, as जो sunlight होती है they do not sunlight does not able to penetrate the higher trees, and जो that's why the in the surface level जो होता है वो remain dark होता है. In the जो डार्केस्ट लेवल में जो सैप्रोफाइट्स आर द ट्रीज होते हैं, द श्रब्स होते हैं, दे रिमेन प्रेजेंट देयर. So this is all about the tropical evergreen forest. And the next is the second is the tropical deciduous forest. The second is the tropical deciduous forest. The second is the tropical deciduous forest. Tropical deciduous forest. अगर हम बात करें जो ट्रीज जो होते हैं दे ग्रो द रीजन वेयर द रेनफॉल इज 70 to 200 सेंटीमीटर होते हैं. As the name it suggests that the trees they shed their leaves. Tropical deciduous forest is also divided into two regions. One is that is the moist deciduous, moist, and second is the dry deciduous, dry deciduous, and the moist deciduous. अगर हम moist deciduous की बात करें, it means that forest that the trees that grow there where the rainfall is 70 to the rainfall is 100 to 200 centimeter, whereas the dry deciduous the tree that it grows there 70 to 100 centimeter. एंड अगर हम बात करें इसके रीजन की, सो इन द नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट इवन द सेंट्रल इंडिया part of the Bihar, UP. So these are the region that they experience a tropical deciduous forest, or the tropical deciduous forest they grow there. So अगर हम बात करें trees की, some of the trees of this region is the teak, sal, babul, neem, bamboo, etc. These are the trees that grow there. If I'll make a diagram of India, so this is the India. So this is India, and the trees they grow there in the region of this northeastern state, and here the central India and some part of this here. These trees they grow there. So these are the tropical deciduous forest. So if you see there, it is given that Here that it is most widespread forest and it is also called as the monsoonal forest. The tropical deciduous forest is also known as the monsoonal forest, and the rainfall it occurs here is the between the 200 centimeter and 70 centimeter, and divided into the moist and ice deciduous, and like that in the region of the Jharkhand, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, eastern slope of the Western Ghat, and the teak, bamboo, sal, sesame, sandalwood. These are the some trees people name grow. So these are the some trees. Even these are the region that also experience the here the trees also grows there. So if I'll the tropical deciduous forest, these are the forests, these are the known as the, it is also known as the monsoon forest. So the tropical deciduous forest is also known as the monsoon forest, and the trees that grows there where the rainfall is between the 70 centimeter to the 200 centimeter. As the name it suggests that there's the trees they shed their leaves, and the trees that it grows in the region of the central India and part of the northeastern states, even the eastern part of the western Ghat, and foothill of the Himalayas and Bihar, UP, and the trees here that teak, neem, sal, babool, and sandalwood. These are the some of the trees that they grow there, and the tropical deciduous forest is also divided into the moist deciduous and the dry deciduous. And the moist deciduous, here the rainfall it occurs around 100 to 200 centimeter, whereas in the dry deciduous the rainfall occurs between the 70 centimeter to the 100 centimeter. So this is all about the tropical deciduous forest. And then now the third is the thorn forest and the scrubs. Now the third forest, that is the thorny forest. So it means the trees it grows where the rainfall is less than 70 centimeter. So if the rainfall is less than 70 centimeter, it means the trees adopted the climate. How the trees adopted the climate? It means the trees they have the long and deep roots. Why? Because they can absorb water from or beneath of the soil, and here that they have the small leaves. If the small leaves will present, it means there is less transpiration of the water, and the trees have wax coating stem. It means the trees they remain they मतलब यहाँ पे जो वाटर की अवेलेबिलिटी है द ट्रीज जो होती है, सो दे रिमेन इन द वैक्स, सो कोटेड स्टेम फॉर द लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ द टाइम. सो अगर हम यहाँ की बात करें ट्रीज की, सो द ट्रीज लाइक अकासिया, cactus, babool. So these are the some of the trees that grow there. And if I'll make a diagram of India, so the trees that grow in that of the deserts of the part of the Rajasthan and Gujarat desert. So here the जो thorn forest होते हैं, it means the rainfall is less than 70 centimeter. And here जो trees का importance, अगर इनकी हम modification की अगर हम बात करें या अगर हम trees की adaptability की बात करें, so the trees they adopted that climate through their long and deep unpenetrated roots, जिसकी वजह से they suck up the water from beneath the earth's surface, and having the small leaves, it means reducing the less transpiration of the water and wax coating surface. It means that water availability in the stem that present for the longer period of time, and to also reduce the transpiration. So if I'll make diagram like the trees, so this is the surface. The trees, they have the long roots, and they have the small they have the small leaves, and they have the wax coated surface. And the trees like acacia, cactus, babul, these are the some of the trees that they grow there. So these are the less than 70 centimeter, and the trees, they are the thorny trees, and these are in the northwestern part of the country, are in the semi-arid areas of the Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, UP, Himachal, Haryana. So this is all about they have the long roots penetrating the deep to get the moisture. Stems are succulent to conserve water, and the leaves, they are mostly thick and small to minimize the evaporation. So we have already seen the three of the forest that is present in India. The one is the tropical evergreen, second is the tropical deciduous, and the third is the thorny forest. The fourth is the mountain forest. So the fourth is the mountain forest. So here the trees that they grow in the region of the height of around 1000 to 2000 meter of the height, the trees they grow there. And here the जो trees होती हैं, they have the broad and needle like leaves होती हैं trees की. So अगर हम बात करें trees की, अगर फ्लोरा की, तो यहाँ पे पाइन, सिदार, देवदार, these are the some of the trees they grow there. And the mountain forest, they are also remain the evergreen throughout the year. So these are found in the region of the Himalayas belt. These are found in the region of the in the region of the Himalayan belt. In the region of the Himalayan belt, Himalaya belt, the trees are found in these belt. And in the mountain forest, there is two word given. One is that is the taiga versus tundra. The taiga is the taiga, it means it is the mountain forest, whereas the tundra, it means the desert region in the desertic region in the higher altitude. And here it is a desertic region, the desert like condition that is present in the higher light altitude. Here the trees like that mosses and the ferns, these are the flora, are present there. And the fifth is the mangrove forest, which is present in the India. So mangrove forest अगर हम बात करें, so these are the trees found in the deltaic region of the region where the river meets with ocean in the silt and tide region. these of the mangrove forest found. So they prevent or even reduce the cyclonic wave, and these forests होते हैं, these are the, ये क्या करते हैं, ये सॉल्ट टॉलरेंट होते हैं. अगर हम बात करें कौन से रीजन में पाए जाते हैं, अगर हम बात करें सो ये जो हमारे इन द डेल्टाइक रीजन, अगर हम बात करें तो ये कौन सी है, ये क्या होते हैं, ये साल्ट टॉलरेंट प्लांट होते हैं. बट अगर हम बात करें इसकी जो रीजन की जहाँ पे लोकेटेड होते हैं, सो अगर हम ड्रॉ करें इंडिया का मैप, सो दिस इज द मैप ऑफ द इंडिया. सो अगर हम बात करें इंडिया के मैप में, so in the region of this belt, where the Ganga river it meets with the Bay of Bengal region, here the mangrove forest they grow there. The mangrove forest they grow there in this region. As they are the salt tolerant होते हैं, मतलब to the maximum extent they can tolerate the water, to tolerate in the oceanic water, because in the oceanic water the calcium and the magnesium carbonate content is present. That's and is it because of the magnesium carbonate and calcium carbonate, these are present in the oceanic water. That's why the taste of the water it is the oceanic, other salty होते हैं. So here you can see that the mountain forest in the mountainous areas, these are the successor of the natural vegetation belt, height of 1000 to 1000 meter, and they have the broad leaf and the needle-like structure. So these are the trees are found in this region, the southern slope of the Himalayas. Even the temperate grassland are common. That's silver, fir, junipers, pines, birches, alpine grasslands. These are some of the trees were found there. In the mangrove forest, these forests are found in the tidal forest, which is influenced by the tide, mud, and silt gate. Dense of the mangroves are the common varieties which roots of the plant in the deltaic region of the Ganga, Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri. In the Ganga Brahmaputra delta, the Sundari trees. So in the Ganga and the Brahmaputra delta, in the Ganga and the Brahmaputra delta, here the Sundari trees. In the Ganga Brahmaputra delta, the Sundari trees found. That's why this region is known as the Sundarban delta. And here the Royal Bengal tigers are found. So this is all about the natural vegetation and the forests which are present in India. And in this chapter we have seen that the difference between the vegetation and the natural vegetation and the types of forests present in India, that is the tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, and montane forest, thorny forest, and the last one is the mangrove forest. So in this chapter we have seen that in all the forest and their classification, their presence of the flora and fauna in the region, in which region these forests are found. So this is all about this, and for today, thank you.